The number one thing I would say is patience, and patience in many forms. It might be learning the habits of your game, the wildlife, learning their daily habits and routines. That takes time. Also patience when you're actually on location. You might be sitting in a hide or a blind, and just having that patience to sit there for hours on end is also a key. And one other tip I always give people to ask is the secret to a good photo is getting close to your subject. It's a must. If you want a good image, you have to get close. I mean, all photographers try and get the image correct in camera, naturally. You can't salvage a bad image in editing, so you get it as close as you can in camera. But I'll go home, quite often I'll go out to a location with a specific image in mind, say of a kingfisher on a perch eating a crab. And I'll try and set things up for that. More often than not, you don't get any images, but when you do, you might come back with a series, and then I'll go through and, you know, delete the blurry ones or the ones that aren't composed properly or it's a bad pose, and usually end up with maybe 10%, if that. And of those 10%, usually one or two are maybe superb. And that's in my eyes, of course. Everyone's got a different idea of what a good image is, but if I'm going out with a specific image in mind, those are the guidelines I'm looking for when I'm editing, and which photos I keep and delete. One thing I have found over the years is the other things that you come across when you're out photographing wildlife. I might be targeting, I don't know, marsh crake in a swamp somewhere, and I might go hours and hours without seeing one, but during those few hours I might have seen a hedgehog walk past or a skylark land on a log. So you see all these other sort of side shows, if you like, from your main event. It actually wasn't planned. We were actually coincidentally and quite aptly out duck hunting one evening with two of my mates. They had shotguns and I was just carrying the camera around, and we put up these two parries on a little west coast bush stream, and they took off close enough for me to get some in-flight images, and I was panning around. I've actually got a couple of really nice shots of them with snowy Southern Alp background, but this particular shot was against a nice clean blue background, so worked out real good.